Imagine it's the start of the year and you're setting a big, juicy goal for yourself. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's business related. Maybe you want to double the revenue in your business. Maybe you want to launch a new product, or maybe you want to be the healthiest you've ever been. Now, imagine it's a month or two later, and maybe the excitement has faded. Maybe you're overwhelmed with the lack of progress or how much there is to do in getting to this big goal that you've set for yourself. Or maybe you forgot that goal entirely because, that was like 2 months ago. So today I'm going to be breaking down the exact reasons why most goal setting doesn't work for most people. And I'm going to give you a simple 3-step framework that's going to help you get real results with clear and actionable steps. Now, why most goals don't work is honestly, too many people will set goals like grow my business or increase profits. These are too big and broad to know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. You probably have heard of compound interest. If you've read Atomic Habits by James Clear, if you know much about finance, this is going to be the daily little tiny actions that don't seem to make any difference at all, but are going to be what gets you where you want to go. So let's get really clear. And instead of growing my business or increasing my profits, let's dig a little deeper and start by asking yourself, why? Why do you want to increase your profits? Why do you want to grow your business? Once you have basically no answers left, like a 5-year-old asking yourself why, and you have no more answers to give, you're going to be probably pretty clear on why it's a meaningful goal for you. This in and of itself is going to help you keep that momentum when you feel like waning, because the little actions day by day don't seem to be doing anything. Next thing you're going to do once you get clear on that why is you're going to ask yourself, how are you going to get there? And just repeat again the how until you have something that's more specific and measurable. So this is going to give us the really clear roadmap. And without a clear roadmap, goals are just ideas. So we're going to expand on the why and the how we're going to get there. Make it so it's achievable. This is going to be, this year, I'm going to your goal and then divide it into quarterly, monthly, and weekly mini goals that you can then start picturing the how you're going to reach those. And this is going to be what takes you from a idea to an actionable plan that actually feels like it's within reach. And you can skip this step, but if you do, you're going to end up back where you have probably before, and that's feeling probably overwhelmed and falling into some precrastination, because it's really hard to know what you should be doing on a day-to-day basis, especially that hard stuff that you don't necessarily want to do, like calling clients or potential clients, going to networking meetings, things like that. You might not want to do them, so you'll find ways to distract yourself. And these distractions, and therefore lack of progress in your goals, is going to lead to feeling overwhelmed, which is going to lead to procrastination, which leads to not reaching your goals. And that is what we are here exactly to avoid. So I'm going to take you through my goal setting framework. It's 3 steps, and it all ties in with SMART goals. So if you haven't heard of those, or maybe it's been a while, SMART stands for specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. So keep that in mind as we go through these next 3 steps, because you're going to need to create SMART goals for your SMART goals, and you'll see what I mean. Let's start with step number 1, and that is identifying the needle movers. We're going to start by identifying the tasks and strategies that will have the biggest impact on your goal. And we're going to make sure these are high impact because they're needle movers. They have to have a direct impact on our goal. So this can be something like a needle mover task would be going to 3 networking meetings. A non-needle moving task would be learning how to write a free newsletter. One of the two is much more likely to move the needle on the increase my profit goal sooner than the other. Step 2 is going to be building the roadmap. And this is where we're breaking down the bigger goals into smaller goals. So our needle mover task is going to be attending networking meetings. So we're going to break that down. We're going to go to 3 networking meetings this week, and we're going to collect, say, 5 business cards or reach out to 5 people from those meetings, which is going to give us 15 potentially new contacts. This is how you're going to take the big goal, increase profits, to networking meetings to gather 5 warm contact cards, essentially, and then take action from there. That's our roadmap. If you choose social media or something else, that's fine, but we're using networking for this example. And step 3 is going to be setting micro deadlines. So you'll notice that I said by this week, I'm going to collect those 15 different contact cards. Now, most people think this is enough. A lot of my clients have found otherwise, and that's why we end up working together. And breaking this down in step 3 to micro deadlines is going to be, yes, this week I'm collecting 15 contacts. And by Tuesday of next week, I will have reached out to all 15 of them to set a phone call or a Zoom meeting. Get more specific, and specific actionable items are going to be what gets you to your goal way quicker than everybody else out here trying to tell you set a more manageable goal. It's not about the size of the overall goal. You want to break every single one you have down further and further and further until it can't be broken down anymore. So we are going to identify the needle movers and our procrastination tactics so we're aware of them. And then we are going to build that roadmap into manageable, time-specific goals and actions. And then we're going to break it down even further into micro deadlines of those already specific and time-bound goals. And to keep ourselves accountable, write this down in the comments. What is one action that you are going to take today in order to move yourself closer to that goal? And it might be getting really clear on your goals. That might be your action for the day. If so, what's the next needle moving task that you can do this week in order to get just a tiny bit closer to that goal? So drop that in the comments and let me know if you have, of course, any questions. I'm always here for you. And until we see each other next time, stay focused, y'all.